We talked Deuce Knight flipping to Auburn, but on the flip side, Notre Dame, they just lost their top-rated commitment in the 2025 class. Where does the Irish go from here? What does it mean with Deuce Knight flipping to Auburn?
Well, I think Notre Dame's quarterback room is healthy with the guys that they've landed on the recruiting trail, particularly CJ Carr, a true freshman that there's a lot of excitement around moving forward, a guy that we see competing for the starting job, if not winning it next year and being a multi-year starter for the Irish. They'd still like to add a 2025 quarterback to come in and push CJ Carr and others in the room moving forward. They put out a feeler to Blake Baker about a month and a half ago when this Deuce Knight stuff really started taking off. I talked to Blake Baker's family this morning. Notre Dame reached out to his high school coach. I don't see much movement there right now. Blake Baker, excited about his future at North Carolina, has already really started to dive into the Tar Heels playbook, knows that staff. It's a place where he could play early in his home state. I think that Notre Dame's got some other irons in the fire for some other high-profile quarterbacks in this class. We'll see if some offers start to become public. That'll just depend on just the young man's interest in general. If we see a young man report a Notre Dame offer, I'm taking it as he has interest in Notre Dame, and we'll see what happens with their longstanding commitment with whichever program that they're committed to. Notre Dame's also evaluating senior film, so we'll see if someone emerges from that regard, maybe a less heralded name, but a guy that's talented, a player like Ian Book, who when he committed to Notre Dame wasn't all that heralded. I think he was even committed to San Diego State or something at the time, was also a really good high school lacrosse player. He took Notre Dame to 2 college football playoffs. So maybe it's a guy like that eventually comes in to push the room. And then Notre Dame, look, they want to add another receiver. You know, they flipped Antavius Richardson from USF over the earlier this week, beating Alabama for the on 300 playmaker from the Peach State. Jalen Cooper, he's committed to SMU right now, on 300 receiver. Notre Dame's got their sights set on him right now. And then linebackers a need for the Irish moving forward too. They're in it for 2 of the nation's best, Madden Farema, who was back on campus for the win over Louisville this past Saturday. And then Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng has Notre Dame either at the top or near the top of his list as they battle Michigan, Texas, and some other programs. So Notre Dame, they'd definitely like to add another quarterback. They got Noah Grubbs committed in 2026 already, on really 300 prospect from the Sunshine State. Linebacker and receiver, they're still attacking on the trail this cycle. And then it's CJ Carr. Deuce Knight was going to have to come in and compete with CJ Carr. He brought in a different skill set. Again, Notre Dame would have loved to have had Deuce Knight, but I still think they're excited about what they've seen from CJ Carr through last spring up until this point, and he's got a chance to be the guy next year and moving forward.
All right, Notre Dame fans, talk to us. Tough week, losing Deuce Knight, but still battling for a top 10 class. Let us know who your top targets are moving forward. Is there a quarterback right now that you want Notre Dame to go after? Let us know. Comment section below.